What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another live stream on the channel. I'm sorry that I missed the E3 one. I'm not gonna lie, I was up late after the game. I just slept in, didn't have time to set it up. But nonetheless, in 1 minute we should be getting new news on the Lego expansion. It's been a polarizing one. Some people hate it, some people love it. I'm kind of on the fence. I hear Sammy's on the fence. A lot of you are on. It's just the opinions are all over the place, honestly. We won't really know though for sure until we get our hands on it, which we're about to get a better look, about to get a better idea, a better taste, better feel for what we got. Now, welcome to the stream, Tyler, Elijah, Lena B, Wesley, Sammy, Lowens, Jackson, Hemphill. We got HTX Fusion in here, Alex, GTR Life. What's going on? Inflamed Bongo, Eric, BA, CJ. Welcome to the channel, guys. So here we go, 20 seconds away. Now, if you guys want my overall opinion on it, first of all, the stream might cut out. Just hit that refresh button. We didn't go anywhere. Some issues have been going on with YouTube and our streams recently. I'm on the fence. I want to like it. It's a little bit weird, but I think it'll still be quite fun. I'm really just on the fence, man. That's the best way for me to describe it. I just don't know.
Let's go.
I just don't know. I mean, right off the bat, we're about to go through the trailer here, and they really do push the little kid vibe. Did you have to do the "Everything Is Awesome" song? That's all. I mean, hopefully it stops lagging. Their stream's lagging like hell right now. All right, there we go. Some people disagreed with me on that, but I'm standing firm. I'll turn up the volume so you guys can hear once they actually start talking. I doubt you guys want me to crank the music. Yo, chill. Like, what do you do? What's up with their stream right now? Let me check if it'll work better on YouTube. Ridiculous, man. Let's see if YouTube's running smooth, because their mixer stream is not having it. It's not working. Jesus, bro. Look, you still hear it lagging. Get the heck out of here, bro. Trying to mess up my stream. And now it's like their channel doesn't exist. Makes sense. Makes sense. Come on, bro. There we go. All right, so what I'm at right now, it seems like it is really geared for like little kids. I'm not gonna lie. I still like Lego ultimately. They're not even live on YouTube, or it doesn't show their stream anyways. Fair enough. Their stream paused. No, there we go. what a rocky start. But yeah, I don't know. I hope it's good. See, Hot Wheels was a little bit different
episode of Forza Monthly.
in my opinion, because it was still cars.
I'll be your host today.
Lego
so
is
you're here because we've got an amazing show for you today, live from downtown LA. You can see behind me all the stuff's going down behind me for E3. We've got the Microsoft Theater, all the stuff's happening. The Mixer Dome's behind me. We're going to have a great time today. We've got a bunch of special guests. And what a show we have for you, because we've got the Lego expansion, we've got Forza RC, we've got all sorts of cool stuff to talk about today. In fact, let's bring up the schedule and take a look at the menu of things we're going to be running today here on the show. We start with the Forza Motorsport 7 updates. We'll give you a brief update of that June 2019 update that was released last week.
Lego Speed Champions. So this is where we're going to get new information. We have a recap.
Then it's straight into the Lego Speed Champions expansion for Forza Horizon 4. There's that Series 10 recap that Playground just came out with. We're going to have guests from Playground and Lego here.
So he's just going over the schedule right now, guys. Nothing new is happening yet. But I want to hear in the chat, what do you guys think about this expansion? I really want to get some input from you guys. It's a lot of people are all over the place with how they're viewing this thing. So I really want to get the community, our community's feel for the expansion. You guys know where I sit. It looks ambitious and it's intriguing and I want to play it, but I'm also on the fence on if I'm gonna like it and if it's a good idea. That's where I stand right now, and I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are for sure. What's going on? Stonix, Rival, Wesley, Pugs for Life, welcome to the stream, everyone. People want to hear the Forza Motorsport 7 stuff.
For Forza race regulations, you know the team.
He's talking about Forza race regulations right now. My God, bro.
We have
there must be like a crap ton of people on the Wi-Fi, or just their stream isn't working very well right now.
HUD settings, exploit fixes. You can read all about the FRR updates. Hard to say. FRR updates on that June 2019 update.
What's up, Excelli?
7. You can learn about all of that and the fact that we are still in the midst of developing Forza race regulations. So there's going to be more news in July.
Yeah, I think their stream is having a ton of issues.
Share more of that with you. We're going to have our next episode of Forza Monthly on July 1st. We're going to have some special guests talking about what's next for Forza race regulations, but really looking forward to that. So one other thing that I want to make sure people understand is that Forza race regulations, in addition to the development of the
brings back memories
like the HUD settings and the spectate and FRR lobbies, all of those things are sort of the large
Candlehead says it looks
FRR is being developed so that we have the ability to make changes behind the scenes.
I don't know about
that. In fact,
that.
we made some rule set changes just last week, and we'll continue to tweak those.
Look, he's just talking about Motorsport 7, so I want to give you guys my take on it right now. Yeah, like it looks good. It looks like they put effort into it. There's two ways I see this going. Either it is a simple map with no additional features and it just has a Lego theme over it, which in that case, I think it'll flop hard. I think people will get bored of it really quick. But if they add some cool new ways to enjoy Forza Horizon 4 within this Lego expansion, if they add a lot of cool customization or cool new game modes, and they are speaking a little bit about some sort of campaign in the Lego expansion as well, if that is good, if that has any substance to it as well, then the expansion could go well. I think it really depends on how they implemented this. It seems like a lot of effort has gone into the whole Lego theme, so I'm wondering how much effort is going to go into the gameplay. Obviously the showcase is going to be exciting, but after that, is it just Horizon with a Lego reskin, or are we going to have some new stuff to look forward to? That's what I think will make or break it. Well, Fusion, let's get our hands on it first. Hating on the expansion based off the trailer and 2 minutes of gameplay is like throwing away food that you've never even eaten before because you don't like the way it looks. I agree. I think for the most part I agree. But what I will say when it comes to the Lego theme, what I will say and stand behind is people compare it to Hot Wheels because Hot Wheels is targeted for a younger age group as well, but Hot Wheels still has a car focus, so that transition is a lot easier, where we're talking about mixing Lego with cars that comes off a whole lot more childish than Hot Wheels mixed with the racing game we already know and love. And I think most of the very young players, for the majority, are more casual players, where most of the players in high school or people my age are the ones who are grinding it out, playing a crap ton. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like I was hoping they would target my community. Maybe I'm just biased. I was hoping they would target a more mature audience a little bit, with which they still could do. They could still mix it into this Lego expansion, but we've gone non-stop like casual support. We're always like, you know, this stuff is getting interesting, but we've always been supporting the casual gamers. I feel like we need some stuff for the guys who are grinding out the game. Some
this room here is called
nice competitive.
Yeah. It's actually been dedicated to the fans.
I don't know if you guys are feeling me. Like the Summit, for example.
If you look at all the dinosaurs, you can see they're all roaring.
I hope they have something like that.
When you step on a Lego brick, it hurts a lot.
Oh, I see.
There's Superman over here.
Oh yeah?
You can see he's standing with his hands in the air.
Yeah.
It's his mother. She hang all her capes out to dry, so now he can't fly around.
Could be good. It could definitely be good.
Ski jumper.
Oh yeah?
He's jumping very far.
You can probably follow it, right? So
Yeah. Try and do that.
there he is, face first in the sand.
Here we have the fish tank. So we're gonna build fish.
Can I build a car?
You can build a car.
All right.
There he goes.
There he is. Christian, this looks amazing. What are we doing here?
This is a big city.
Yeah.
And in here, you can see we have a racetrack.
Lego's
When we
too
make the
much
city
of a
happy,
stretch.
and then
We're
we go
gonna
in,
see.
there'll be a race.
Okay.
So maybe if we take these houses, move them over here,
Oh, that's good.
All
Oh, there we
depends
go.
on how they
now
go
they're gonna
about
run
it, I
into the
think.
stadium.
The map looks cool. I think the map looks cool.
We have come up to the test drive area at Lego House. Christian challenged me to build a race car. He says he's going to beat me. We're ready to roll. Clear winner.
Heaviest car
Come on, Red
wins.
Rocket, you can do it.
Pretty basic strategy.
I wasn't even looking.
Just waiting for them to
You're
get
also
to
feeling a
that
bit hungry now?
A little,
bro.
yeah.
It is a really unusual restaurant because
They
normally
just now
you will
getting
order your
worked
food
out
by a
on
waiter,
YouTube, right?
but here you actually build your own food in Lego. So
You did it.
They got their own
That's good.
restaurant? My goodness. All right. Wasn't expecting to see food come
We
out
are
of
at what we
that.
call the Vault.
Thanks,
It's an
explain.
archive where we keep 7,500 Lego retail sets. A vehicle from the 60s with that original Lego wheel. That's huge, you know. Now you get movement.
They're like
It is a
whispering, it's a
beautiful set,
secret.
this one. It's one of my favourites.
DLC
Wasn't the first
Lego
set I ever won. It
cars.
has a very special place in my heart. It was a Lego Pirate set where I think it was on an island and there was like a mast and then like a rope bridge between it. I think there was a little trap as well where you could drop a guy down into the prison cell. I actually have this monkey still on my desk at work right now.
Yes.
I absolutely adored this set.
I like Lego too as a kid, man.
How can we
I'm
not
not
take a
gonna
look
lie.
at this?
Lego,
We've
Nerf,
had
and Army
a
Men
partnership with Ferrari for
all
many
day
years.
long, bro.
Just look at
That's all I did.
for again, right? It's a very, very beautiful. Let's move up here. I have a
Not gonna lie, I don't
another
play with Lego
Ferrari I
anymore
want to show
though.
you.
Excellent.
Apparently
Yes.
I do now. Lego expansion.
Yeah, this one's the icon, I think, isn't it? Certainly one of my favourites in the Creator range. The fact that you build all the engine and stuff as well separately and then you have to lower it in. Thank you so much, Christian, for giving me this walk on memory lane.
My pleasure.
Agreed, Semi.
here we have our 6-brick wall. With 6 bricks, you can make 915,103,765 different combinations.
Great.
So you actually get your very own Lego DNA. But the bricks, they're also very special, they're very local. So should we see how we make them? So here you actually get your very own bag with 6
Amazing.
bricks. So you
That's
can
awesome.
build your very own combination when you go home.
beautiful.
Honestly, Benny, you're talking about
I've had
like
an
grown
amazing
men
day
playing
in
with
Berlin.
Lego.
But there's just
I'm
one
not
more
gonna
thing
lie.
I want to show you before we go. And that is this incredible car that was built by Kel Christensen, part of the family that owns Lego.
It'll be a
This was
DLC
built
car,
in
guys.
1964, when there would have been only a tiny amount of elements available compared to what you'd have today. And yet, there's an incredible amount of detail. He built this car to convince his father that Lego could expand their audience if they built things like this. The latest expression of that passion can be seen in the Lego Speed Champions expansion for Forza Horizon 4.
Honestly, if I was rich, I would buy my
We'll be
like,
releasing
Nerf
incredible
guns.
behind-the-scenes
I would just
content
buy all the
showcasing
Nerf
the
guns,
incredible
honestly.
relationship between
So
us
I get
and Lego.
grown men
Subscribe
playing
to our
with
channels
Lego
to stay up to date on the latest
because-
videos. You will not want to miss it.
Okay. I get grown men playing with Lego because I'm not gonna lie, Nerf.
Yeah, more from
I'm
that
all over
special
that.
behind-the-scenes
I would
look
be
at
if
the
I had the
making of
extra
Lego
cash to just
Speed Champions
blow
expansion
on
of Forza
toys.
Horizon 4 coming all this week on the Forza channel. Stick around, you don't want to miss it. Everyone is just as good as that. I am so pleased now to introduce Mike Brown and Chris Stamp here. Mike, Playground Games, principal game designer.
Horizon
Welcome in. It's
5
great to have
Nerf
you here. I have
expansion.
to
There
admit,
again.
I'm very jealous of that trip. That seemed like an incredible incredible tour.
Yeah, that was like a real bucket list thing for me because I'm a huge fan of Lego, and I was like a kid in a candy store.
I can imagine just looking around, it's like, I want to go there, I want to go there, I want to see everything. Great to have you here. We're going to dive deep into Series 10 and the Lego expansion, but we've got to introduce Chris Stamp here. Chris, lead designer with Lego, man. How does someone become a lead designer with Lego? That seems like a dream job.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, how many people can say they get to play with Lego every day and they get paid
My
to do it?
mic
So
is
it's
too low.
really, yeah, it's a pleasure to go every day. So.
And also, you are the guy behind Lego Speed Champions, right?
I've been it's a small team, so I can't take credit myself. But yeah, I've been on the team for 5 years now.
Are we
so,
good?
It's been a long journey, but it's got us to this point, which we're really happy about.
Fantastic. Well, we're going to be going deep into the Lego Speed Champions expansion for Forza Horizon 4 with both of these gentlemen very soon. But before we do that, just like we talked about the June update for Forza Motorsport 7, I want to spend a little time, Mike, with the Series 10 update that came out beginning of last week.
There was a
Forza Horizon
meme
4.
for
some cool stuff in the Series 10 update.
Horizon
as well as
Thomas the
all stuff
Train
we normally do, so
expansion.
many Forza Challenges, Forza on weeklies. There was loads of new events to do, loads of new trial events, playground games, as well as all that content. We had a new feature, the Star Card, which gives players really long-term goals, stuff that they can really get their teeth stuck into for multiple play sessions, rather than like a lot of our stuff, which is sort of maybe between 1 and 20 minutes of gameplay. This was really to go, right, I'm going to do that, but it's actually going to have me do loads of things over multiple sessions and give me something to work towards over a longer period of time. And through that, you get to become a superstar in whatever type of gameplay it is that you enjoy. So if you're a stuntman, then you can become a superstar stuntman in the Star Card by completing all those challenges. And then
You
get a
guys hear them
star
okay?
that you attach to your gamer tag to show
I'm
everyone.
not sad, bro. I'm
whatever you
confused
wanna
because
do,
some
there's
people are saying
several
my
different
mic is
categories
loud.
you
Some
can
people are
choose from.
saying
Yes,
they're
racing,
loud.
chaos stunts, Horizon stories, on an adventure, and like a creative one. So if you're a painter or a tuner and stuff, you can get stuck into that.
So check out the Star Card feature in Series 10. And of course, Mike, lots of new cars, cool cars.
Why do you guys think I'm
and also
sad?
The chicken one being the Rimac, which
All
doesn't
right,
really
we're
make sense
good.
as a car. It just shouldn't exist.
Yeah, all electric supercar, 1900 horsepower. It's like ridiculous. 2 gears, ridiculous. That's all you need,
Two
right?
gears, like 320 mile an hour.
It's if you haven't driven, it'll be coming later in Forza Horizon 4 in this series. You don't want to miss that car because it's incredible. In fact, we are going to have a lot more content, about that Rimac concept too very soon. In fact, we have a special message from the founder and CEO
More
of
content
Rimac, Mate Rimac. Check it
About
out.
that car?
Hi, I'm Mate Rimac, and I'm excited our new car, the Rimac C2, will be coming to Forza soon. We're only making 150 C2s,
Rimac.
so we're really looking forward to Forza Horizon 4 players getting to drive our car. We'll be releasing a more in-depth video on Rimac and Forza soon. Hi,
Rimac.
I'm Mate
I
Rimac,
know how to say it
and I'm
now.
excited.
Well, there you go. There's a look at Rimac.
They have an
We a lot
echo,
more
they
content
play
on
it
that concept,
twice.
too. Mike, Chris, I know you guys have your pre-orders.
They're
in for
almost as
those
unprofessional as I
150
am.
You're going to get yours, right?
Oh, absolutely.
You can't miss out on an opportunity like that.
Exactly.
Absolutely. That's
Or I'll
what
pick it up in spring later in the series.
Yeah, we'll have it in a Forza Monthly in the future. You'll drive it.
Yes,
It's
Blue
gonna be great.
Speed.
Anyway, yeah, more content to come on that Rimac. It's an incredible car. Can't wait to show you guys more.
What am I going to
Guys,
say? No.
Want to jump into some Lego?
Let's do it.
Absolutely,
Let's do
yeah.
this.
All right.
So we're going to show off Lego, Mike, from the very beginning.
All right, this is the new stuff. This is what we're waiting for.
We added
I
to
hope.
the rail yard.
Yep. Do you want to show it on the map real quick, just
Yeah.
so we can
So-
orient people of where it is?
Yeah, so as soon as you get the update, this will appear on your map. Kira will introduce it, I think. And then you drive over there, you press X, and away you go. Should we do it?
Yeah,
Not a
let's
bad
do it.
location.
Let's do it. Maybe while we're sort of traveling to Lego Valley, Chris, from your perspective, how did this partnership come about? Where do we start?
Actually, Che, it seems like people hated it more, and now that they have gameplay, some people are actually warming up to it.
Overall experience. So whether that is building the car itself, that's really important to us, so we take a lot of pride in that, or it's actually playing with the cars themselves. We're always looking for what is that new experience, what can we do different to what we've done before. And what we found is that with Horizon and the Forza series, they also care about, you know, the authenticity and really making you feel like you're driving a real car even though you're not.
Right.
So the understanding that to them the experience is so important. For us, it just seemed like such a great opportunity when we approached each other about this opportunity. So it's really exciting to see the final result, but I'm a bit jealous that you get to play and I don't right now. So no,
I guess not, Fusion. I guess
we can
not,
all
man.
do playing. It's fine.
It's a lot harder than you think to talk.
Senna is uglier in the Lego version.
As people who regularly watch these streams will know, I'm not very good at it.
Yeah, but we both obviously Forza and Lego, especially Speed Champions. We both work with a lot of really globally important car brands,
Yeah.
and so we tend to talk to the same people and roam in the same circles. So I think what we've done is we kept bumping into each other at the same events, so Geneva and just big events like that. So after a few times, we kind of just said to ourselves, you know, what can we do together?
Yeah.
Like we have a certain set of values, you have the exact same set of values. We really care about the user experience and the premium feel and the authenticity.
Lego ASMR? What?
After a few good conversations, we sat down and saw what was possible. So.
What's up,
And it
dinosaur?
starts with this initial experience, Mike. This is the first taste people are going to get.
Yep.
Smashing bricks, the jumps that people might be familiar with from previous expansions, but where does this start with you guys in terms of like figuring out what this experience needs to be? How do you want to introduce Forza players to the world of Lego?
Yeah, so
Oh,
all of
this is
our
good.
initial experiences have kind of a similar goal, which is to show off the very, very best of what we do, and also to like really communicate what this game or this expansion pack is going to be about. And like, as you just saw, a UFO just crashed in there. That is one of the things that this pack is about, UFO crash.
Try to go 1080p.
I'm
Let's
Senna. I will
see if it'll
attempt
work.
to pivot the camera around.
Oh,
and
that's
drive.
impressive work.
Let's see if we can
Nice.
do it and not die. Nope.
That's why we have the rewind button.
Yeah.
That was never going to work.
Damn, rewind.
Yeah,
The
so
Senna, of course, it's an iconic car. It's iconic for Forza, being on the cover of Forza Horizon 4. Love the fact that it's here in Lego as well.
No, absolutely. And I think that was one of the things why we picked the Senna in particular. And as we could see from the E3 event, we've got that one-to-one there as well.
Oh, yeah.
I would have
So,
loved if
it's
they
definitely,
chose a new DLC
an
car.
iconic car right now for this moment in time. And
Gave
I
it to
think,
us in
also,
Lego and
it's just a
regular
strong
version
partner that we've worked with. McLaren's
as the
really
cover.
great. They lean in very hard, and we've been involved with this car and been shown behind the curtain since really early in the car's development. So that's been a really great opportunity.
So, Mike,
we were probably both having really similar conversations
Exactly, yeah,
at
absolutely.
the same time, because it was obviously our cover car and you were producing the set at the same time.
The airstrip is cool, Semi. I just
gotta
hope
give people
that the planes are still taking off and landing in free roam.
A little bit of taste of all the different
Up the car lover.
areas, I guess
So
you could say.
we've already driven through like a forest, a desert, a dinosaur graveyard. This is the stunt park that we're in right now. We're going to head over through the city.
Don't lag.
Into Pirates Cove.
Yep.
Of
course.
Of course, yes. So yeah, we'll navigate our way through these pirate ships, and then I believe we are going to jump into the football field, or the soccer field, I guess, as you guys might say.
Multitude of soccer, little soccer fields.
Oh, car
I
soccer's
wish it was
back.
just one big one, honestly, and we could actually use it. That'd be cool.
Yeah, we've got some farmlands. I think just in this probably 30 seconds that we've been talking there, the amount of different ecotypes and areas and biomes that you've
The
got
map
through
looks cool,
really
man.
is
I think the map
staggering.
looks cool.
We're coming into the city of Brickchester now.
Brickchester, of
Yeah,
course.
Yeah.
So, from a Forza standpoint, Mike, seasons are going to change, night and day. All that still feels like Forza, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, so full season changes and that affects
It's like 20
the
bucks,
world,
Benny.
So snow will build up on the roads and what have you, but it also affects the models themselves. So, where you see like these trees that are made of Lego, like the sort of top brick on those will become white, like there's a layer of snow covering them. in spring you get Lego blossom appearing on the trees and things like that.
But I think that's what the guys have captured with the game is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
The level of detail and their level of understanding Lego, it's not something that you can really explain word for word. For example, if I was to say Lego humor, it's something that internally we know what it is and we can deliver that, and therefore kids know what it is.
Yeah.
But for an external partner and for example, someone who's maybe not looking at Lego the same way we do, to just pick it up and get it straight away, that was just fantastic.
Well, what were those early conversations like? In
So
the early
this is the recap. We haven't seen this, have we? The roller coaster?
Discovery, because it was.
I want to go on the roller coaster.
We both have a certain high level of detail and quality and premium feel, but you kind of protective.
The first house?
This is our side, and you're kind of passing that over. So.
Shakily handling
exactly.
over the secrets.
You know, and you're kind of saying, okay, you can play with our toys, but you know,
shut
don't
up.
break them.
I'm trying to listen to Kira.
But no, I can't say enough positive things because they've been very respectful, and some of the details that they've captured is blew my mind. If you zoom in and you look at some of the details on
your own master builder's house, so you build your own house, guys.
They've captured
I don't know how much freedom you get in doing so, but
magnifying glass and look at the piece.
It's just like they would be.
Exactly, it's one to one, and even the way the labels are on the product, and the fact that they actually
you got an
raised,
open canvas.
and they've got that extra shine.
Build your own Lego mansion.
The red bricks out.
Yeah, it's
sunlight
fantastic.
comes through them. You can see the edges of the stickers where they.
You know. No,
If they do a good job, right? If they do a good
every time I
job
look at it, I
implementing it,
smile.
it could be
car
fun.
Team being the car team, right?
Yeah,
Right, Mike.
yeah. Like those guys are. I've never known anybody who gets so obsessed with the details, and they've treated these exactly the way they treat all the other cars in the game. In that, when it's a real car, they get the car, and they won't make a car unless they've seen it.
Yeah.
So they'll get the car. They take about 1,000 photos.
Sub
of it,
White
every
Hammer.
detail, and they go to work recreating it in painstaking detail, and they've done exactly the same here, except it's easier because they can fit it on the desk. But
Actually, what I really
but
like.
every little tiny detail they wanted to capture just like they would if this was a real car.
No, absolutely. What I really like that you guys did, which I don't know if it's common for Lego, because they smash these cars up in this game. You can do that. Your pieces will fall off. It's kind of really representing how you would play with it. When we were talking about it, like just getting these cars and kind of driving them into walls, just to see how the pieces fall off. It's not something we would recommend, but the way that you can see that actually, yeah, when you're driving through and you're smashing through Lego trees, and like the bumper piece falls off or the rear bumper
That's
or
cool.
something. It's kind of the attention
We
to
can't
detail
get
your
actual
team has
damage on the
captured is
real
just-
cars, but at least we got
very
this.
respectful. It's
That's
really authentic. So
So, Mike, where are we? Where do we start here? Once we've gone through the initial drive, where are we, and what are we doing here?
Yeah, so we're just next to the festival. You can see all the festival stuff there. There's a Lego Ferris wheel. There's a Lego roller coaster over there.
And you're not
right now
getting
we're
any
on
sleep
our-
living here.
it's what
Bad
will become
location.
Our, house, our master builder's house. At the moment, it's just a base plate because we've not built anything yet.
Yep.
First of all, we need to go out and get some bricks.
Yeah.
So we can build
You have to collect. Okay, this is cool. This is cool, man.
Kira's
Go
gonna
out,
explain
collect
that,
a
but-
bunch of bricks, and then just build up your own house. They might do a good job with this. I like what I'm seeing.
Which one will it be first?
What do you guys think?
So yeah, Kira said basically what I'm about to say, which is this is the brick challenge.
This will make you
screen. So
grind
there's,
too, right? You just
over
grind for
250,
more
I think.
and more bricks and stuff.
78.
You guys are. Am I the only one who's
they
feeling
span
this?
all kinds of Horizon gameplay. So there's stuff over here, which is kind of what you'd expect. So complete the Lego Festival sprint. So
Yep.
you know, pretty normal stuff. But then smash 20 traffic cones in 45 seconds. Interesting. Not really asked people to do that before. Collect a bonus board. These ones are kind of discovery based. So find the football arena.
I want to see the process of building.
Visit the dinosaur
They did a
free
good
zone.
job, and they give you a lot of freedom building.
And
Then I
basically
really
what you
like
do
this
is you think, like,
feature.
What do I want to do? Okay, well, I'll give this one a try. So maybe I click pin.
First brick challenge set. Let's do this.
All right.
Let's do it.
Maybe I'm just immature, but
And then we'll
I kinda
exit
like
our-
this
exit our
feature.
house base plate.
it's better than what we currently have with houses. Now you get to at least build your own house.
Brilliant.
Maybe if you build it, you can actually go inside. Probably not.
Which is a perfect demonstration of this particular challenge. So.
And you pinned it so you can see the goal
yeah,
there.
yeah, and it ticks up as I go, so I can, or rather, the number ticks up, but the timer ticks down. So I've got 12.
Oh, okay. So this is timer based. So
Yeah,
some
yeah.
of
I
these
like
have
it.
a couple different wins.
Exactly, yeah. So as soon as you do the first one, then the timer starts counting down.
That one
They said there's 18 different areas where you can build, according to Semi. I wasn't listening, I
What you'll
guess.
see is what the team's captured really well, and we talked about this a lot, is when you're smashing those cones, it's not destroying the pieces. So you don't see the pieces get bent or anything. They're actually falling apart as the Lego really would. So I think that attention to detail is just really, every time I see it, it's funny.
Absolutely. And so you're collecting bricks, Mike, as you go. For what purpose?
So yes, so right now it says my current progress. Once I've collected 190 bricks, I'll start building my Lego house.
Okay.
So the first goal is build a house so that we've got somewhere to sleep at the festival. I think there's probably a good challenge to do first. So it's find the pit stop.
Oh yeah.
So should we go check that one out?
Let's do it.
You guys should have already had a ton of bricks
And this
ready
is
to
sort of
go.
a
I want to
choose
see
your own
what
path
it's
through
like
that.
building
You
a
can do
house.
whatever you want.
Because if
at
it's
any
not
time,
fun
because, like,
building,
as long as it's
then
unlocked.
Yes.
this was
that
all
brick
for
shop.
nothing, right?
That feels very Lego to me.
Don't do that. Don't.
I thought a lot about the kind of emotional journey that you go on when you're playing with Lego, and I settled on sort of two
Do we just time travel?
key things. One of them is when you have a box of Lego in front of you and you just feel like I can do anything. I have complete freedom to do whatever I want and make whatever I want. But the other is more like when you buy a box of Lego, a set, and it's got instructions, and then it's quite a different experience where it's quite lean back, it's very soothing, very relaxing. But you go through those steps one after another, and at the end of it, you've got something really cool that you can put on your shelf or show off or whatever.
No.
I wanted this to be able to capture.
Stonix just took all the
So on
wind
the
out of
one
my
hand,
sails with that comment.
There's all these bricks, and I can pick whatever I want and do whatever I want. On the other hand, I'm just really slowly, calmly, very lean back, very relaxing, just collecting bricks, and I'm working towards building my house and other things that we will build as well later on. You'll build.
Yeah, collect another.
Cars and things like that as well.
So it just forces you to build a specific home.
Kind of how people play with Legos. Everybody has sort of a different way of
Absolutely.
experiencing Legos.
Absolutely. I think that one of the things that we're trying to push with Lego, I think Lego is the best medium for expressing your imagination. So with this game,
How are you
imagine that
expressing
you've
your
just got
imagination
as
if
many
you have
pieces of
preset
Lego as
homes
you
for
really
us?
want, and this is a world you've created. And that's the thing is, we do supply building instructions, but there's nothing telling you that you have to follow those. You can follow them if you want. There's nothing wrong with following them. A lot of people like doing that. Or you can just throw them out and completely build what you want to build with those bricks in the box. And that's cool too.
Yeah.
Whether you might buy a mini Cooper.
He's
That's
talking
fine,
like we
but
have
what if you
freedom
want to
though.
build that into a spaceship?
Yep.
What if you want to add wings on the side, or you want to add a big booster on the back? That is completely fine with us. It's whatever you want to do, whatever pops into your head.
He's talking about
do it.
throwing
And
wings on a
that's one
Mini
of the
Cooper,
things with
guys.
this game is that
Come on, there's got to be some crazy stuff
don't
coming.
just play with Lego in a city format or in a Pirates format or whatever. You can
You said
do
you could
whatever
build a
want,
rocket
and this
ship.
game captures that because, like right now, you're driving through a dragon or dinosaur graveyard.
Sure.
Yo.
So that's okay.
One of the other great things we're seeing right now is as I'm driving around, I'm discovering race events because unlike our previous games, all races and PR stunts are just unlocked from the start.
Okay.
So you don't have to earn influence to unlock things. Everything's just there and available for you from the start. So again, just really feeding into that idea that you have freedom to do whatever it is that you want to do.
Now you have to
Well, we've
discover
gotta
the
go.
race
We're
events
looking
before
at
you
the
can
pit
do them.
stop.
Yeah.
So we're heading. I imagine you know where you are in the world here, Mike.
Yes, I know where I'm going.
We're good. We're doing the nice tour towards
Damn it.
the pit stop.
Fortunately, this isn't my first time playing this.
Yeah, that's a good
you're
thing.
pretty
I'm
familiar
glad
with
to hear that.
Where on earth is Fortune Island?
This was the first place I went to when I was playing it earlier this week. I was like, I've got
No, it's their stream, man. Their stream is having issues today,
to
bro.
get to the racetrack.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
here's
is
the
LEGO Speed
racetrack.
Champions. This is a racetrack within the world of Forza Horizon 4. This is, when you think about it, it's never been done before in the Horizon series.
That's right, and I've spoken to a lot of people this week who I've said that to. It's got a racetrack.
Right.
And obviously, you guys who are watching the stream absolutely know that Horizon has never had a racetrack.
Right.
A lot of people are just like, but haven't you always had races?
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
So isn't that what you guys do?
I want to see what the whole track looks
Genuinely
like.
brand new for us. Let's do a race. So there's, in fact, before we jump in.
NASCAR is cool, but I kind of don't want it to just be an oval.
See, there's like a bunch of different layouts. So each one of these is a different layout of the
Oh.
circuit. And they have a different
Okay, you
style
can do the
location.
oval and you can,
See
yeah,
the-
that's
the layout
good.
There. So there's a drag strip here. There's the oval around the outside.
I love
and
that oval. It's banked oval. I love that.
Yeah, and then
Pretty
goes
cool.
with a, configs as well.
So I imagine, Chris, this was kind of close to your heart, being with Lego Speed Champions. Did this feel
I
particularly?
like that name.
You know,
stop censoring
dear to your
him.
heart
What
when
do you
you were
say?
Seeing it as it was coming along.
Freedom of
Absolutely.
speech.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's kind of-
guys,
it's very
stop
strange.
censoring
Because I'm used to
people,
sitting
man. Like,
not at my desk,
I
but
tell you
under my
guys
desk
this
playing with
every
these
day,
things,
and you
trying
guys
to get in the
continue
mind
to
of
just
a kid.
destroy
And
anyone
this was kind of like
who even
seeing my
slightly
thoughts
bugs
come
you.
to life. So I can kind of. It feels so familiar, even though I'm seeing it for the first time as this process is developed.
Yeah.
And that's kind of scary because you kind of think who's inside my head.
Right.
But
It's Mike
it's
Brown's
also great.
inside your head.
Exactly.
Where are the
But
cars?
this is
Hopefully we'll
just
see
great.
some
I
right
mean,
now
the
if
fact
they
that
jump
now you
into a
can-
race, so maybe
you
we'll
can see these cars
get a glimpse of a
moving
few.
the way we want them to move. But also you can pretend that you're the minifig, you're the driver inside with the view settings. So that's just
Yeah,
great.
bro.
And the fact that there's so many different race
I
types.
think I
in this
care if
game,
someone thinks I'm
and that
ugly.
you can take our Lego Mini or our Lego Senna and race it against the real Senna that you guys have created. That's just, it blows my mind.
Come
So
on,
it's-
man. Show me
fantastic.
some
Champions event,
goodies.
Special
Absolutely.
like a showcase
They,
event where we have the
they're
Lego
talking a big
version
game
versus
about
the-
Yeah,
freedom
very
to
nice.
build
Yeah.
whatever you want and all
Lego
this
against
stuff.
The real world version. So which
Seems
event
like
are we
you
doing
might
here,
not
Mike?
have that freedom with
This
houses
is the,
though.
Lego Indy Circuit.
Okay.
So I just bumped it down to 2 laps. But, so as you can see, all of
You
this
should have set
is,
one for only the Lego cars.
Okay.
But then again, we
Of course,
probably
it's
would have
not-
got a
it's not
glimpse
a
at
case
all the
of
ones they don't want us to see
shrunk our world down to the size of Lego. Really,
I
guess
like the
story of
track
this is the-
so far.
the
It looks
Horizon
pretty
story-
dope.
The Horizon Festival, rather, with their seemingly infinite bank balance, have contacted Lego and said, hey, we want to do a festival about Lego, and then they've blown up Lego to...
Hey, they're stream legs no matter what, so I'm gonna give you guys that that primo.
And that's what we're seeing here.
There
What
we
is the
go.
right size to do for Lego cars in a racing game?
Where are the motorcycles? I don't think. Did you see motorcycles in the trailer?
Minifigures
Yo, we were in
very
1080p
important because
before.
that
Don't
is
give
the
me any
character.
issues. Just
So you can then see that in the car driving, so that was really important. But we talked about how can we scale these cars and make them look
come on, man. Give me a
kind of
break.
correct
Yeah.
when they're next to the real life versions. So Lego, of course, is a fixed medium. We can't just reshape the whole thing to be exactly one-to-one. But that's kind of the humor and the fun and the authenticity about Lego. So yeah, we ended up on this scale, which I think everyone's quite happy with.
And yet we still got a great cockpit view.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah. When we very first started the discussions, I remember I had the Lego LaFerrari. I just had it on my desk as a desk toy.
Lego LaFerrari. What are you talking about? Maybe we'll get a Lego
And I
LaFerrari,
fit
guys.
my phone camera inside the cockpit to take a video, so that I could kind of get an idea of what it looks like to look out of the the cockpit of one of these cars, and trying to like really butcher that car to fit my phone inside it. But it is a pretty authentic experience.
One of the best parts about this this view is the fact that the minifigure, if you look closely at the minifigure for all the Lego,
Sorry, guys. I have to.
completely authentic. So you'll see as the steering wheel is turning, you'll see the hands just coming up at each side. So the
just the
attention
rules
to
of
detail,
Lego.
exactly.
Track will
yeah.
be good for doing some
The
lap
attention to
times. Yeah, I
detail
think it's going to be a
has
really
been
popular track.
exact, so.
I mean, it's the only
So
actual
we have
track, and
the
it looks
Mini
pretty
here.
decent.
What are the other Lego cars, Mike, that we can drive in this?
So we drove the McLaren Senna during the initial drive.
Nice,
First car
Mad
we got into
Titan.
the Mini. The other car is the Lego Ferrari F40 Competizione.
I think we've got them all in our garage. If you want to
They
check
don't have
something
anything
out.
else.
Yeah.
They're being careful this
One of
time.
the things you were talking about then, Chris, about scale.
I was hoping we would just see a nice selection of a bunch of different Lego cars in
The
there.
guys were really keen
thing.
that once you
Just
have
imagine
a
599
sculpt
Evo on
that
it.
all of the Lego in your world
What I would have
must
loved to see,
conform to that scale.
instead of the
Every brick
F40,
you
the
see
Mini, and the
will
Senna,
conform to these
if we just had some new cars in Lego form,
never had to live
like
in a world with those
600 LT, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
3
When they
new
want them
cars
to
to the
tree,
game. We get them in Lego
bigger, they can
form,
select the
we
tree,
get them in
make it
regular
bigger.
form.
It's,
That would
it's not a restriction
hype
they've
people
ever
up big time. At least people who don't love
And
the
it was
Lego
very, very
idea,
difficult for them
they'd be
because
pumped about the
first
new
of all, tools were not
cars, you
built to
know?
do that at all. And second of all, it's like every time they're trying to dress up these scenes and make it look beautiful, there's that a new restriction for them in place. And I think
Map looks
the funny thing
cool.
about it is, it goes from being a problem to, in fact, once you see the final thing, it just makes sense. It's like because we've stuck to that rule perfectly across
Yep.
the board, it makes the world make sense. All the Lego feels believable, even though
Lego
Looking at
Batmobile.
here is barely believable because of the financial
would be
costs that
cool.
will be associated with making this happen.
And the actual
I love the fact that you
Batmobile.
brought that up because
That's what I'm
even
talking
though
about.
these are Lego trees, you still kind of instantly understand which ones you can drive through and which ones you can't.
Yeah.
There's still that
Do you?
idea of you kind of understand instinctually which ones you're going to get through and which ones you won't. I love that.
Almost all of
If you
them
don't know, you'll soon find out.
We'll find out
So,
quick.
look like they look pretty
So where are we
big,
now,
bro. They look
Mike?
pretty beefy. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I want to hit any of them.
We are on the west of the map over here.
Oh, the map
we should
looks
take a
cool,
look
man.
at the map, shouldn't we?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, so this is the map. I know you guys watching are probably very interested to get a good look at it. Ordinarily, when we make a map,
Long but
it's actually
thin.
a top-down render of the world, and then some of our concept artists go in and do paint overs and stuff to sort of fill in the blanks.
What do you guys think of the map?
But it's very much just a snapshot of our world. But this time, Rich Evans, one of our graphic designers, has built this brick by brick in the Lego Designer, which is a tool that I think they use for the Lego movies, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
But don't let that make it sound like it was any less a gargantuan task than it would be if you was doing it with real Lego, because you very much have to go into like a little window, select the brick, place the brick.
Yeah.
It's still very, very manual. And he built this out of 180,000 Lego pieces over the span of many, many weeks.
Wow.
Whoa. That is pretty wild.
We're quite lucky that we have any graphic design work done at all. Because
From what they said, one person
but one
built
of the
this
things I
whole
love
map.
about this as well is he's
That's
had
what he
to,
just said, I
recreate,
think.
like the large-scale Lego sets.
One piece
So
at a
that,
time.
roller coaster is actually a Lego set that you can buy. It's one of the creator expert ones. But because this has a different scale for the map, he's had to recreate these sets that you can buy, but in sort of micro scale.
Wow.
So you've got like, that dinosaur I think is one that you can buy as well. And things I love as well is he has never broken any of the Lego rules at any point. Like if you look at the city, it's actually not on the grid, it's slightly rotated.
Yeah, it's kind of
so
askew
you,
there.
So you would say he's cheated. But actually in the Lego Digital Designer, he's placed that city model on top of one of the turntables and then rotated it ever so slightly so that it would still work if that was real Lego. Which
Wow. I can imagine Chris, he was on the phone with you guys all the time. Like, can I do this? Can I do that? Like, what's allowable here?
But no, that's the thing.
Oh,
is
dirt
that
race section.
This is a perfect example.
There's
of
the UFO
guys
crash
showed
site.
this to us, 'cause
I
this
want
was
to
just
see
an idea, and
building,
they showed
man.
us
That's
a
what I
portion
really
of the
want to
map
see.
to see if this was the right direction. And
They're
it was one of those things where
flaunting
you saw it and you're
freedom
like, do you
a
work
lot
at Lego?
with
Because
building,
they
so I
just
want to see
captured
it.
it perfectly, and they knew things that we didn't have to teach them. So it's every time I look at this, I love the map because you see little micro builds of things, or little uses of elements in new ways. So like one of my favorite parts is next to the pirate ship. You use a minifigure accessory element, which is normally like that one there. It's used as a lifeguard's flotation, and it's used as a
Redbeard's retreat.
small life raft here.
Wow.
That's just clever thinking.
What do you guys
so,
think that is?
So yeah, I mean, Rich took that task on. He didn't have to. I think that wasn't. It was very much because he wanted to, because he's a massive like Lego fan.
Yeah.
And
It looks like they put way more into it than they did with Fortune Island. I agree, Sammy.
Lego.
I never doubted the
We've got
effort.
beauty
Only
zones like you would have on the main Forza map.
possibly
There's
the
all sorts of
idea.
little
We got to
details
see
here
how
that
it plays
people can
out.
experience it. Any particular favorites for both of you that you think people should check out right away when they play the expansion?
Oh, that's a good question, actually.
So I think the stunt park is really cool. I think
Yeah.
there's a lot of gameplay and activities and stuff.
The map isn't huge, but it doesn't seem too small to me.
Should we drive over there? Should we check it
Let's
out?
go take a look.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in a
I think my favorite part is probably the city section with all the because like Mike was saying, most of
Sammy's
the things
liking
that's
it.
in there is real Lego.
I'm
products.
intrigued. I want to get
So,
on
like,
it and
if
try it
you-
out.
if
But I
you
want to see the
could
building.
Have your dream world. You could go out and get all these sets and build this massive thing. You probably need the size of a football field to build it, but you'd achieve it. But
Don't tell my kids that. They're gonna.
no, exactly.
Yeah.
But all that city scene where we've got all these creator expert buildings, beautiful detail. Really, their team do a phenomenal job. That is fantastic because that you forget for a second that you're in a video game. You think you've stepped into a Lego world. So that's beautiful.
Still smashing through things.
They're
to get
bringing
where you
back
need to go
Trailblazer
quickly.
events for this
Absolutely,
one.
that's
The
part of the fun.
Trailblazer events can be
There's that-
pretty fun, at least on
Victories.
Fortune
Can't
Island,
hit those-
with all
knock
the
over
massive
those
jumps
victories.
and stuff.
Yep. So this is I'm just doing a Trailblazer as.
Yeah, those are beefy
Trailblazers,
trees,
which
bro.
were
You're not
featured
breaking through
added
those.
In Fortune Island. They're a lot longer this time. This one has me having to navigate around the city, which is going to be tricky.
With
The city
all
was
of
a little bit
things
small,
you
but it looks
could
really
have
cool, I
added to this
think.
map, you have so many different, Lego has so many different, I guess you'd say, worlds to explore and things you could put in here. What was that process like of like, no, we need a desert, we want to have the racetrack, we want to have the city. Like, I can imagine there could have been any number of things that you wanted in here. How did you decide what needed to be here?
Yes, that was like a really interesting.
So they're at the airport in free roam. Let's see, there's planes here. Those are cool. I want to see if there's planes taking off and landing.
What are the types of Lego that we have to have? You find out that everybody who has played with Lego as a kid has a different idea of what the most important Lego is.
Why would you leave the airport already?
Quintessential, iconic Lego set, because for some people it's pirates, for some people it'll be city, others it'll be the dinosaurs or the Lego 3-in-1s and stuff like that, or no doubt Speed Champions as well. And so, as soon as you have that conversation, you realise, oh, no, I'm in another drift zone. I'm going to make a fool of myself. As soon as you have that conversation, you realise that's part of the beauty of Lego is that it means different things to everybody, and we really needed to embrace that and include as many of those themes as we could. So I'm going to bin off that drift zone to come here into the.
One thing I like actually about this is just what it means for the car community. I think this is a nice way to bring young kids who really like Lego into racing games and get them more into cars.
That's one of the best things about this game is the fact that Speed Champions is a theme based around cars. So we don't have a world. We've got a few garages and things, but creating a world, it's how do you do that? And what do you think of when you think of Speed Champions? So one of the things we talked about a lot was how does a kid play with it in their bedroom? And there's nothing stopping a kid at home having a pirate ship or having a UFO set, and then their Speed Champions Ferrari or McLaren, where it's just kind of like, they can do that. So why don't we just show that in the game? So I think the team's done a great job to pull that off.
I see those ramps up ahead, and I'm like, man, people are going to have fun with those. Yeah, we're going to see some great stunt stuff coming out on video.
Show us the building.
Yeah, this is just like a really fun area to play around in.
As he leaves it.
Yeah, there's loads of a lot of the brick challenges. I don't know which ones.
Mitch, this guy could
the yellow ones
use some drifting lessons.
Okay.
You teach him a minute.
Basically, this whole section here are all yellow. And it's basically every time
them to hire you.
Like, off to the stunt park.
Right. Yeah.
It's like when they're like jump.
It looks like collecting Legos are going to be easy.
That they were actually color coded.
It all depends on how much we can use the Legos, because maybe we collect them quickly.
Like I say, yellow is skills.
But if we have a lot to do with them, hopefully a lot of freedom to build what we want.
This area, and these ones up here are a bit
then
more, challenging. So it's like in any
maybe we'll still have to grind quite a bit for them.
Pit stop in under 1 minute 45.
Okay.
So and there's a ton of those which have different sort of car restrictions, which just have you. They're actually quite interesting because they're kind of multi-layer ones. It's like, right, okay, what car do I pick? What tune do I use? How do I?
Where I'm at right now, guys.
Now I need to.
If the building is good, the customization is good, and uses this, this is going to be something that will make us want to actually grind out the game. That's well, at least me, which is a good thing for sure.
Got it. Do you have to do all of these?
I already want to complete all these.
No. You'll. In what we term like soft complete, which is basically you've unlocked everything and everything's available to you now. No, you can actually skip out entire sections if you wanted to. So, for example,
up rival, what's going on, Kurt?
To explore and do all the free roam stuff and skills, you could do that, and that would be enough to get you to soft complete. And similarly, if you were not interested in skills, then you could leave that one out, but you have to do some racing and stuff.
What's up, Lando?
To 100% the game, you need to do 100% bricks. Yeah. That's what 100% means. But in terms of just like completing it and unlocking everything, you don't have to. You can skip out whole sections if there's stuff that you're not really interested in.
Well, I see that SDL Rob is maybe asking the most pertinent question of all today. He's asking, is everything is awesome on the radio station?
That is a very important
That is an amazing question.
Let me tell you about Everything is Awesome. So we
Good news is we don't use the radio.
Radio station called Radio Awesome, which is everything is awesome, 24/7, non-stop. Everything is awesome.
Oh God.
That is amazing.
Some kids are going to annoy the hell out of their parents with this expansion, guys.
That was a complete surprise for me.
Is that right?
Yeah, that was one of the Easter eggs the guys like to drop on us.
Everything is awesome is become iconic, Chris.
Absolutely.
Like it or not, it's
Absolutely.
become iconic.
And so
you got the DJs
yeah,
there.
yeah. So,
exactly,
so all of the other DJs from the other Horizon stations are guest DJs on Radio Awesome. And as you play the game, they start to. You can tell already actually that Scott was a bit wired.
He
there.
heard it a few times.
It's funny.
And yeah, but they all start to. Just
Not for me, but it's
slightly
funny. The kids will
unhinged
love that, I'm
as
sure,
they
though.
progress through. The most funny ones is as always Don, the
Timeless.
the timeless classical DJ.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's usually listens to classical music all day, so being forced to sit in the booth playing "Everything Is Awesome" all day, every day.
That's like Don's idea of
That's
purgatory.
cool. The actual, so they're saying the actual
That's really
DJs are going to be annoyed with the music.
Yeah,
At least some of them.
So, you know, we talked about earlier about the
Which is
cars
really fitting.
themselves and how obviously this is for our F40. In terms of performance, Mike, is this car relatively
same?
similar to the actual F40 in terms of performance, or how did you guys go about, from a performance standpoint, building the Lego cars versus the real life counterpart?
Yeah, so we're blowing this stuff up to the Horizon scale. We're bringing this stuff into the Horizon world. So we need to make these cars drive like a real car. So they very much handle and perform as the main car does. Yeah, all the car physics and stuff like that are the same for these as they are for the main cars, and that includes. I hope you don't mind me saying this, but the Lego cars are not quite as aerodynamic as the main cars.
Wait, what?
Breaking news.
Just
Good.
in.
I was about to say, I hope the Lego
Which
cars will be
means
just
that,
slightly
we
worse,
had
honestly.
We had to do some work there because our aerodynamic system does look at the shape of the car to determine how much drag it's going to put on them. And there was a significantly higher
That way, for
amount of drag on
people
the Lego cars
who
than
like
there was on the
Horizon
real life
as it
counterpart.
is, competing, they just use the regular cars. We could set a restriction
we
to
doing?
just
Doing a
speed
cross-country in the
champions and
Mini?
just compete with Lego cars.
Through the,
I think that's a good way to
through
do
the
it.
stunt park, which is pretty crazy.
I wonder if you can take the Lego cars to the mainland. What do you think?
All right. Well, this is. I know people in chat are going crazy over this. Like,
I hope not.
They want to see the map again, actually, from what I've heard.
Okay.
They're loving the
All right.
map.
Well, we'll finish this race and we'll take another look.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll do a pan across it, and I'm sure someone will gif it up or chop it up and put it on the
I mean,
forum.
I guess if you're in solo, it doesn't matter, but I think people would not
cross-country
like
in a
if they're in the
rally-ready
mainland
Mini.
team
Let's do it.
adventure and like there was a Lego Senna that just came out of nowhere racing with
Oh
them.
no! Now Mike's singing it. Uh-oh. So,
Before I came out here, I did a playthrough of this, just so it was all fresh in my mind before I had to come out and talk to you and countless other journalists about
of course.
it. And throughout that entire playthrough, I listened to Radio Awesome the entire way through without
Gotcha.
ever changing it.
Gotta
How long was that you say? 10 hours?
Yeah, I think it was more than 10 hours.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think my kids thought I was losing it a little bit because I got home and obviously they don't know what I've been working on.
Yeah.
And I was just humming "Everything Is Awesome" like all night.
so for Forza
They're
fans,
laughing, but I think
Mike, can
you
drive
could legitimately lose
the
your
quote-unquote
mind
regular
doing
cars
that.
in this world and vice versa.
That
Can you
sounds
drive the Lego cars on the main.
terrible.
Absolutely, yes. These cars work just the same way as any normal car. So as you can see, there are real cars in here, and yeah, you can take these cars over to the mainland as well.
Cool.
How long do you think you could listen to that song before you legitimately suffered mentally from it?
Well, lots of jumps like you would expect in the stunt park, I suppose.
I think 4 or 5 hours till it started messing with my head.
I love how you really don't slow down that much when you run through the piles of bricks. You're kind of encouraged to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
That's one of the main things that was added in extra was just, do we need them? No. Are they fun? Yes.
Yes.
So let's just add as many as we can.
It's interesting, Chris, you were talking earlier before the show began about how this is a sort of different project for you, and I guess is it fair to say Lego in general? Because Lego video games have been around for a long time, and you've worked with other companies, but this feels a little bit different from those games.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we've got a large back catalog of different
The
video
back
games
bumper
we've
just
worked on
fell
with some
off. You
great
guys got to
partners.
look at the damage a little bit.
The thing that's different, probably is the main thing about this, is that this isn't a Lego game. This is a Forza game, and it just happens to have some Lego in it. It happens to have some really accurate and beautiful Lego in it, but it isn't a Lego game, and that's the big takeaway. Where the games that we've created previously, they've been Lego games.
Yeah.
Also, this is kind of the first game where we've really, and I take credit for this, but it's purely your team, focused on the photo reality. So some of the details the guys have got, like we were talking about the little imperfections on the elements, where if you zoom in, you it actually matches the molding details.
Try doing a
from the
50
real
lap
pieces.
Goliath listening to that
We've
song
never
only.
went to that level before.
Oh, please, God, don't.
So that's just been crazy. Yeah.
I hope you guys don't start requesting that.
I think we just never. I think, truthfully, the Lego movies have kind of set a new bar.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that when we were talking to the team to begin with, that was kind of coming from the Forza side, where they were like,
Lego
"We
Batman
really
movie?
want to capture this."
It was sick, man. I'm not gonna
We
lie.
kinda were just saying,
That was
if
a
you
great
can,
Lego
do it.
movie.
And then
I saw the
because
other one,
it's
the
such
main
a,
one.
It's not just one big block like you would. with
You'll
a
like it
car, but
if
it's kind
you're
of every
under the
single
age of
piece.
12, probably.
And I think
But
in like each car there might be 200, 250 pieces. That's a lot of data and information to kind of recreate. So we
the
were
car
kinda
doesn't break into
do
small
the best
pieces if you
can, and
smash
then we
into
can
them.
see it and we can review it, and then
Fusion,
when
that
we
would be
saw it,
cool.
it just blew our
But
minds.
it's not going to.
So, yeah, we didn't want to set rules. We didn't want to say, okay, guys,
I agree, ninjas.
you have to have this many cars, you have to have this many
Yeah.
Lego pieces in the game.
They didn't show
it
Playground
has
Games
to be
locations on the map.
this many trees, or it has to have a UFO.
But they're in
It's kind of
solo.
like, okay,
So,
what do you want to get from this? What do you want to do? And then we do have rules. So what you build in the Lego world has to follow. We have building rules because the pieces go together in certain ways, and you can't just cut and chop the different pieces because they're based on real things. Other than that, we just kind of sat down and brainstormed different fun ideas, and the wackier the better.
Yeah.
show us the building.
so
Show
yeah,
it to
it's-
us. Stop
Yeah, I
talking
can't-
about
every
it.
time it's on the screen, I'm smiling. I
want you to
remember
hit one of those jumps,
When they
Mike.
talk about it, the
Absolutely.
building sounds pretty cool.
One of the first things that
but
we
they're
were
not
shown
showing
when
it
we
to
were looking
us.
at like the testing of this and the visualization was we just saw a version of the Senna just going through a field like we've seen previously when Mike's been driving around, just a field of flowers. And it's crazy how that 10-second, 20-second loop became so mesmerizing.
Yeah.
Because the detail was just amazing. It was really, I haven't personally seen anything like that before, so they
Yes,
definitely
you can
pushed the
change
bar
the
from what
radio.
we
They have
expected.
one radio station that
You're
they've
watching
added
Forza
that
Monthly. I'm
only
so happy to be
plays
joined
Everything
by
is
Mike
Awesome.
Brown, principal game designer at Playground Games. and
Apparently,
Chris
even the
Stamp, lead designer
DJs
at Lego,
don't like
talking
it,
about
but they're
the
forced to play
Lego
it, so that's kind of
Speed
funny.
Champions expansion for Forza Horizon 4. There's so much going on here. We're having a ball just playing the game and exploring. If you guys want us to check out something in particular, let us know. They'll put it on chat.
You know we
do our
want to
best
see the
here.
building.
But Mike, we've been in the Mini, we've been in the Ferrari. Now you're going to spend some time in the Senna now.
That's right. I just completed a speed zone while you guys were talking because that got me enough bricks to start building my house.
Awesome.
But I think someone wanted to see the map, didn't they? So should we just spend a little longer?
Yeah, they're
moving
loving this map.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we've been to the Pirate Cove
Look
yet.
for
I just
Playground
jumped
Games
over
it. Oh, did you?
locations,
When you
guys,
said that
or
jump,
what
I went
looks like it
straight.
might
Yeah,
be.
those are
The
super
stunt
powered jumps,
park
too.
should
Yeah,
be a
those aren't just
Playground
regular
Games
jumps.
location,
Yeah, I like
obviously.
Yeah, there's a couple that are at the start of a Trailblazer.
Okay.
So you go for the Trailblazer gate, and it throws you out instantly, which is a really interesting take on those challenges.
For those who don't know, what is a Trailblazer? I know it's part of Fortune Island, but what is a Trailblazer?
So a Trailblazer is it's like you have your start location. A gate,
Yes,
as
you
soon as you go
can
through that
paint the
gate, you see
cars.
a
I've
pin
seen
drop,
the Senna with some
and
different
you
paint
have to Get
jobs.
to that pin as fast as you can. Over all
I don't
kinds
know
of
about
terrain.
customization. I'm hoping they
and
will
you have
show
a
it.
timer ticking down. So kind of like a speed zone,
But
cross country and usually over
The Lego guy,
longer
so they have like one of the
Those
Lego
jumps all
employees
the way.
here.
Absolutely.
He said
I see
some
a
wild
lighthouse
stuff
down there.
about
That's right,
throwing
yes, there's a
wings on a
lighthouse
Mini
down there.
Cooper or making a rocket ship.
a lake. This is a forest that you can drive through.
That's all I've heard so far.
There's a couple of little villages and things.
But I hope there's a lot of freedom with
clouds there,
that
Mike. Do we
kind
have
of
weather?
stuff.
In the Lego world?
Yes. Yes. So
Pretty
yeah,
cool.
full day-night cycle, full weather cycle, snow in winter, rain in spring. This down here is the airport.
Ooh,
There's
is that a drag
Don't
strip?
that is
say.
a drag strip.
Oh,
We
let's
need
go
a
there.
Playground Games
Check out the
location at the
drag.
airport and the stunt place, and this would be
I've
really
shown you
sick for
Manchester,
Playground Games.
has a pretty
Really cool.
Crazy road layout when you zoom in.
Maybe even the city too.
Yeah, so
The
that's-
map is cool. I like it.
There's a desert
I
over
hope it's
here,
going to
which
be good
includes
when we get
the,
on it.
Dinosaur graveyard, the crashed UFO.
Area 7052. Is that a product number? Chris?
That's right. That's
that right?
that's
yeah.
the model number of the UFO
Oh,
that we used. So.
Of course.
Yeah, what we
Yeah,
try
he
to do
was
with
Che,
Lego
but
is,
if they brought it up here, I'm hoping that means they
Yeah,
have some
oh,
cool
sorry.
It's out
freedom
there now.
plan for us in
Breaking news.
building.
Now, what we try to do with a lot of our Lego sets is, because we've got a large adult audience, what we call the AFOLs, adult fan of Lego.
Nice.
And when we do these big modular buildings, or when we do, even little sets, in some maybe of the stickers, we'll put like a little Easter egg. So if it's a city police car, the registration plate might be like the designer's initials and date of birth, or something like that. Or I know in a few Speed Champion sets on the on the registration plates. I know, like I've got like,
Yeah,
my
I
parents'
want a Lego
initials and
police
date of
car.
birth, and there's little Easter eggs you can drop in there. Or it could be maybe like your nickname at school, or your best friend's daughter's name. Or there's little things that we tried to do. So that's exactly one of them, which is I can't believe you gave that away. But that's great.
Sorry
But that's
to spoil
okay.
it. Yeah.
There's a lot of things like that in this game, so you're gonna have to play it to find out everything else, I think.
Absolutely. All right, this is the Senna. This is, of course, the cover car for Forza Horizon 4, but built in Lego form.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Both ninjas. I don't know.
Some of the
Both
coolest
of them.
details about this is
Brake lights.
the brake lights, absolutely. But
Yeah.
when the braking stuff, that the spoiler adjusts just like it would on the
Active
real
aero,
car.
yeah.
It's so fantastic.
All right, let's go build a house.
Absolutely.
All right, well, we're going to see the house building. I hope there's more than
We
just
collected
house
enough
building.
bricks, right?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so we'll.
And I hope we can go on the roller coaster. I really
Worth
do.
looking at Anyway, I think just because it is a very nice looking area of the game. Like I say, that is a roller coaster set that you can buy. But,
Actually build that, yeah.
But here you can go and ride it whilst you're visiting the Horizon Festival. Right, let's go into the house.
I think I saw a promo for one of the behind the scenes, Mike, with you on a roller coaster in Denmark at the Lego facility. I don't want to give too much away.
Yeah. On a roller coaster in Denmark.
Just
push
weeks
X,
ago,
bro. Jeez.
Screaming about this expansion. So we did well to not have anybody over here.
Victor is saying it's not good.
Yeah, if there'd been any Forza fans visiting Legoland that day, we probably been in trouble.
We just hijacked Legoland.
So that's it. It's a small beginnings.
Yep.
Very, very humble house to begin with.
Yeah.
But at least now we have somewhere to sleep while we're staying at the festival.
Absolutely.
Good job, man. You really built the hell out of that.
So every time you upgrade your house, we'll throw in some rewards for you.
Cool. So we unlocked some new brick challenges, as Kira just mentioned. We also unlocked bonus cubes, which are like a new collectible.
Now, I was doing some work for Lego, and I found instructions for a full-scale Lego Ferrari F40. You want to be a speed champion? Get me some bricks.
So you got the bricks to unlock other Lego
So which
cars.
you mentioned, we've used some dev tools, haven't we, to give ourselves
Yeah.
a Ferrari F40.
Honestly,
and
that's
a
better
car
than the
set.
houses.
Ordinarily, when you're playing,
Especially if we get some
you'll need
new
to complete these brick challenges.
cars
collect
as
those bricks
well,
so
like-
that you can build your very own Ferrari F40.
not just these three, obviously.
Anyway, you want to look at the drag strip?
I'd love to, yeah.
Let's go and check it. Let's go check it out.
Go take this to the festival and show us what you can do with it. It's got to be some customization.
Only one way to find out.
Of course, Lego flowers.
Yeah.
It's classic.
It was literally a little video like that we saw first.
That's
and
the
it was
one?
just like, yeah, I think it was like yellow flowers in the field, and just seeing this car just constantly plowing through them. Also, one of the cool things about this is
Yeah,
if you go into the drone mode and stuff, you can chase the animals. You can never catch them, but you
Right.
can always chase them, which I know is a big popular thing.
Well, the same AI technology that allows the chickens and the sheep to avoid cars is present here in the cows and pigs, I would imagine.
I've hit them plenty
Yes,
of times.
absolutely, yes.
You guys didn't do
there's-
that great of a
okay, so
job.
this is new. I haven't seen this.
Any of
This
you
is
hit the sheep yet?
cubes?
This is a bonus cube, yeah. These are
Okay.
new collectibles, so you hit them,
Collectible
they break
bonus
apart.
cubes. Ooh.
Check it out. I made them so that they rebuild themselves. Who's the master builder now?
So, as Jamin pointed out just then,
The cow's legs don't
not
move.
like bonus kids, they reappear. So once you've got them, you can if you come back to that
That's
area
funny.
later, they'll have been put back, which just means they work.
Patrick, I haven't heard anything, man.
Different numbers of them.
Welcome, though.
And they're super satisfying to break up.
The cows, bro.
So
Well, should we?
these are some Lego cows here.
Love it. Very nimble.
Yeah.
3 cars for sure
Should we,
confirmed.
should we do one
Definitely
one
more
race,
coming.
maybe?
Do you want to do a drag race or should we?
Let's show off the drag race.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. Oh, here we are. Oh, there's those cubes again.
Yeah.
There's a crap ton
There's
of
something
them.
very satisfying about shattering those cubes. I like that a lot.
Rochester Airport drag strip. Oh, let's just see what Don's saying.
I've been asked to increase hype for Radio Awesome. I don't know how to say this. So let's get ready for some awesome-tastic news. We've just seen that our first driver has started construction here in the Lego Valley. Very awesome. Thoroughly practical. Now, I must say, I do not approve of this next song. Gosh, no, it makes me sick. But I've been told I'll get double pay if I do, so here we go.
Yeah, Jack, I don't know if you'll be getting
Enthused about
that.
everything.
It'd be a little dark, but I'm not gonna lie, it'd be kind of cool if you could hit
some good gags
the
in
animals.
the Radio Awesome lines. Does mean you have to listen to Everything Is Awesome constantly, but
well, that's what I'm gonna do when I get home. When this thing comes out, I'm going straight to the radio station. I want to hear every line.
No, you're,
All right,
no,
so
you
we're on
don't.
the
You liar.
drag strip.
that's right.
How long is this drag strip? You know offhand?
I don't know off the top of my head.
You don't know. That's a
Oh, it looks like that.
half.
Bugatti.
Yeah.
Bugatti
That's a
over there.
half, I
Of course
think,
not.
around.
There you
What do
go.
you guys think?
Wow, that was quick.
Might need an all-wheel drive conversion there.
Yeah. That's
No,
so
maybe
cool.
it's a quarter. My bad.
I guess probably quarter.
No, it's a quarter. I have a feeling
Well,
they
that
use
is,
the word
guys,
awesome too much.
congratulations. It's an
Yeah, I think that's like
amazing-
the point
amazing
almost, Nick.
expansion. I know that the fans are really looking forward to it. This expansion arrives in just 2 days. The LEGO Speed Champions expansion for Forza Horizon 4.
Yeah, you
is
know
coming out
what? I
on
agree,
Thursday.
Fusion.
If
We
you
already have a
the
quarter-mile
Ultimate
drag
Edition of
strip.
Forza Horizon 4, you're
We
gonna
should have
get it.
got a
You can
full
purchase it
one, like what we
separately.
had in Horizon 3.
Our friends at Playground
agree.
Games are going to be doing a live stream on Thursday. I believe it starts at 8 a.m. Pacific, and showing off, playing the expansion with everyone, and just having a good time celebrating this expansion live from Playground HQ. Don't want to miss that. Mike, thank you so much. Chris,
So
great
here's the
having you
thing.
here.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having.
Here's the
thanks
thing.
for as well.
They're
One
going
more
in a
thing.
great
Yeah, the pack is
direction,
up to-
but they might have missed a massive opportunity with this expansion.
You can go out and
Get
get
it
it downloaded. You can get it downloaded now, so you're all ready to go on Thursday when it goes live.
Yep, we're all going to be playing on Thursday.
Currently-
Can't wait for that. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Listen, let's take a look at the rest of the
what
schedule.
are they doing next?
Here today on the June edition of Forza Monthly, we still got a lot of great stuff. We're going to be
Forza
looking,
RC
talking a little
broadcast
bit with
test.
Jennifer Yee about the recent
Okay, so
RC test.
I love the idea of grinding and doing different challenges throughout the map to collect bricks that you can use to build. That's great. When you're building houses, it's just preset, so it's almost the same as buying a house, but your currency is bricks. You don't actually build it. So disappointing. But then you can unlock, the way you unlock the Lego cars in the game is by collecting these bricks, which I think is good, but it limits you too much. Once you've unlocked the cars, you no longer have the urge to play and grind out Lego parts. So if they created a builder space or more ways where you could use those blocks in a freer atmosphere where you had more ability to do whatever the hell you wanted, that would have went a huge way with this expansion. I don't want to speak too soon. Maybe they want to save some stuff for later, because they didn't show us much. They showed us them building a house quick. They didn't show us any customization of the Lego cars or anything like that. So I'm just really hopeful we get a nice surprise, because what we get to do with those bricks, I think, is really going to be the most important thing to if this expansion lasts a long time or if it dies out really quick and we just pop on every time there's a new Lego car to unlock, you know? Let me know what you guys think. Appreciate everyone popping in today. Amir, Stellar, Jack, Christoph. They're talking about something completely different right now, by the way. Snakes and Hands, Ural, Che, Victor, Ninjas, Fusion, the Death Ridge dialect. I hope you guys are somewhat excited. Hopefully it's good, you know? Let's just go in with an open mind. The map looked cool. I really like the opportunity for some really cool Playground Games locations. I'm talking, these could be, if you can get over the Lego theme, the best Playground Games locations we've had on Forza Horizon 4, between the stunt park that we have and the airstrip. I've told you guys what makes a good, in my opinion, what makes a really good Playground Games location is something that has a lot to interact with and looks like it has a lot going on, but is also easy to navigate, like the quarry or the rail yard. So these are like that. The airport has a lot going on. Hopefully they literally have planes landing and taking off. That would be sick, but I really doubt it. But it has a lot going on, but it also has the freedom where you can drive around without constantly crashing into stuff. Same with the stunt park. Easy to navigate. I think those would be really cool locations. Hopefully they actually include Playground Games locations in this one, because they didn't last time. The track looks cool. It's not just, they have an oval, but then they also have different variants that use roads within the track, similar to real life race tracks, real life oval race tracks. So that's really cool. We'll have multiple tracks in there. I believe there's a drag strip there as well. So we have a drag strip there and a drag strip at the airport. I like the map overall. Gonna have to see. We'll have to see how it goes once we get our hands on it. The stream was a waste of everyone's time, especially when they won't show us anything besides part of the map. I saw a lot that I liked. All right, I'm gonna be honest. I was very on the fence, and now I'm still on the fence, but I'm just dangling my toes over to the Lego world, you know, just dangling them. I'm considering, you know, but we're gonna get our hands on it soon, and then we'll know for sure. I just, if the post, if what you can do with those bricks is good, I think the expansion will be good. And then of course I want to see them bring in a lot of Lego cars. I want to see, in total minimum, we get like 14 of them. Now I know not right off the bat, but you know, update 11, they bring 2 more Lego cars, etc, etc. You guys feel me? I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, feel free to drop a like. We will be on this expansion the millisecond, the moment we are able to experience it firsthand, and I'll have follow-up videos giving my opinion on it after that point. So far, I'm moving towards accepting it. I'm moving towards possibly liking it.
But you also have a vision that you want to sort of.
Why did you clickbait me? What you mean? Squid. We won't finish that name. I don't know what you mean. The title is new stuff, and we showed you a bunch of new stuff. Take it easy, everyone. I'll be on tomorrow. I should be. If I'm not, then I'll let you guys know in the community tab. Thank you all for watching. I'm out.